Do you get like inspired by like conversations you have with people? Like, do you like kind of like write down
Yeah.
ideas like mid like conversation type thing, or like
Yeah, everything. I get
yeah, okay,
inspired by like, I swear to God, anything. Like,
yeah,
it's almost the same way that I believe God is in everything. You know,
mm-hmm.
it's the same way like the universe is in us, and we are in the universe. Like, I get inspired by absolutely anything. You know,
Yeah.
I like. You know, I'll get emotional over like what someone else might be silly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, it's part of it's just part of who I am. Like, unfortunately and fortunately,
Right.
I
Yeah.
am an emotional person. So I think it's kind of easier for me to like hone in on things that aren't obvious.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like I think that's what most artists want to do. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's at the core of why we want to create. You know, is to do that, to share. But then like being a professional or figuring out a way to live off of your art, is where you need to kind of like my solution was to take these two characters and in a sense brand my it's like branding your skill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it just made the most sense for me. Like, okay, I'll just be consistent with two characters, a fictional and the dancer, and then also with my color scheme, and then it gives me freedom to cover any topic.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can filter it through any way, like, and I can make it dark, or I can make it like, you know, playful or childish or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really, you know, like I said, it's all a process. So I went through multiple phases, but this particular phase, which I basically call Twisted Circus,
Mm-hmm.
I've been on this endeavor for like going on 4 years of sticking with these characters.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's been the elephant and the ballerina for 4 years?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I've been to other things, obviously, but
right,
that's
yeah.
the core.
But that's the main, okay.
Yeah, that's the core of it. We actually started doing shows like back in 2019. I did like 5 pop-ups of just like, hey, I got some new art, and we'll have a performance. In the, you know, part of the art show, I started incorporating performers just to keep it unpredictable. And so, yeah, it's been going on for a while. The last show we had, was the story of the elephant and the ballerina breaking up. And then, you know, it basically is a story of them breaking up and coming back together. And we had like, I actually sold tickets to come into the show. It was a whole performance, and it was a great turnout. So like, there's been growth. So I don't know how long I'm gonna do this for.
Yeah. You know? Now, do you see yourself like changing the theme anytime soon, or you're just like you're like it works, so I'm gonna keep it?
I mean, then, you know, in October, well, that was actually, yeah. No, my whole intention is, and the reason why I love these characters is I can go either way. Like,
right, yeah.
I made a cartoon of the elephant. So part of the story is that the ballerina is breaking out of like, she's trying to break out of having a job in corporate America. Okay. And I made a cartoon of the elephant coming in with guns and everything, this huge gunfight. Also, the elephant, like, his tusks are replaceable with blunts. So it's just like, I just didn't want to put any limit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have a baby version of them, and those subject matters are more in that direction. And then I have a grown where they're like, you know, I have toys of them where the ballerina has weapons on her and she's like scarred up because she's been through it, you know? So
that is really dope. I
It's
like that
fun,
you
man.
like have it where they kind of represent like different phases of people's lives and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't have
really
no
dope.
real order to it. I don't have it. It's just fun, man. All I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, there is a storyline there. I know, like the beginning, middle, and end, but all in between, I can just talk about whatever. I want.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's really dope. Okay. Also, I wanted to know, who are some of your favorite artists? Like, do you have any?
Me?
Yeah.
That also changes a lot, but here in Atlanta, I always have been attracted to Paper Frank's artwork, and he's probably influenced me the most locally. He's just a dope. I don't know. It's like an elusive thing, about art sometimes that you just love it because you love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But I can go on forever how many dope artists here in Atlanta that have helped me or influenced me. But I always have to shout out W. He's also here in Atlanta because W is a co-founder and also curates Art Beats and Lyrics.
Oh, nice.
And Art Beats and Lyrics is basically like one of the largest traveling urban art shows.
Okay.
And they've been doing that for over 18 years now.
Wow.
And so they let me do some shows with them, and W's just an amazing artist, illustrator. Let me see, Hebrew Brantley, I am a fan of and has a very big impact on my career. As far as like style wise and like art that I look at, I love just like looking at it. You know, Anthony Lister, he's an Australian artist.
Oh, okay.
And his style is just like loose and very like he don't care.
Right.
Kind of like the energy that I'm after.
Okay.
You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what is it about Atlanta that you love? Because I know that you were born in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
And you lived in Boston and Florida as well?
Correct.
Okay. So, how'd you get to Atlanta? And like what is it about Atlanta that's so special to you?
The short version of the story, I came to Atlanta. I think I always had an intention to come to Atlanta, but the short version was basically friends were set up here, the timing of the situation and everything. And I originally came to Atlanta because I was working on music. We used to write and record music.
Nice.
I was still painting and doing a lot of graphic design and stuff at the same time.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say, when I first got here, I got right into the visual arts at the same time. Okay. But my original motivation was actually music, is why I came to Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Do you still do music or no?
No, I got here in 2004. Okay. And, by like 2006, I was done with music. Okay. It was fun, and I still like dabble, and I got plenty of like engineer friends and stuff. Right. But it didn't take me very long to like be like, okay, this is fun, and I'm okay at that. Yeah. But I'm really, if I want to make a living, I need to stick with what I'm actually good at. Right. So okay. I jumped back behind it. Yeah. Were you rapping or singing or what? Like. No, we were rhyming. Yeah. It was okay. It was, nice. Yeah, me and my brother, two friends, like. Y'all had a group. So like, it was a Puerto Rican, Jamaican little thing going on. Oh, that's cool. It was cool. And then like in Atlanta, like even what I knew from Atlanta at that point in time, really was all music. So like even the people we knew, everything was all music oriented at first. Mm-hmm. And it was that year, 2004, that Art Beats and Lyrics was at the High Museum. And someone was like, oh, there's an art show we should go to. And I went and I saw just like regular urban, I don't even think that's the right word for it, but like regular like street art. Oh, okay. Yep. In the High Museum here in Atlanta.
Nice.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Right. Like, this is and I know, like, and I'm like, I know some of these artists, and I'm like, they're in the fucking museum and all that. I was like, wow. And so that was definitely like a resurgence of like, okay, I could do this here, you know?
Yeah.
And back then it was easier to break into the art scene. Mm-hmm. It's way more saturated now.